We've just had a 7.1 magnitude earthquake strike the Philippines. 7.2 here. Okay, 7.2. Depth of 31 miles. In the Philippines, as we can see here, the Ring of Fire. Messages sent to Guam. Okay, American Samoa, Hawaii. This is the tsunami alert, the threat of the tsunami, and potential Philippine issued, potential Indonesia in that area. Okay, so this is the exact location of it right here. Remember that a few days ago we had an 8.2 in Alaska, and these things do ricochet. The energy does ricochet, but of course the Ring of Fire has 75 of the world's volcanic eruptions. 75% take care of 90% of the world's earthquakes. Of course, the Ring of Fire also takes place Alaska, west coast of the United States, Canada, a very active area. So this is what we have here. Only 9 people so far reported it, but of course it just happened. This is the shake map of it. As we can see, this is the aerial of it. The Philippines, Indonesia, 7.2 actually, going to the topographic right here. Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea. Okay, full of tectonic plates, as we can see here. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. And the historicity of it right here. Philippine Sea Plate bordering the larger Pacific Eurasian plates and smaller Sunda Plate. The Philippine Sea Plate, unusual in that it borders nearly all zones of plate convergence. The Pacific Plate is subducting into the mantle south of Japan and the Mariana Island Arc, extending more than 3,000 kilometers along eastern margin of Philippine Sea Plate. The subduction zone characterized by rapid plate convergence and high level seismicity extending to depths over 600 kilometers. In spite of the extensive zone of plate convergence, the plate interface has been associated with fewer than 8 magnitude quakes, with a few great 8 magnitude megathrust earthquakes. This low seismic energy release is thought to result from weak coupling along the plate interface. The convergent plate's margins are also associated with unusual zones of back arc extension that decouple the volcanic island arcs from the remainder of the Philippine Sea Plate. Okay, so relative plate motion vectors near Philippines, they move about 800 millimeters a year. So that's pretty big movement every year. Is oblique to the plate boundary along the 2 plates. And several relevant tectonic elements, plate boundaries, and active volcanoes provide a context for the seismicity presented on the main map. The plate boundaries are most accurate along the axis of the trenches and more diffuse or speculative in the South China Sea and lesser Sunda Islands. The active volcanic arcs, Mariana, Izu volcano, Ryukyu island chains, and the main Philippine islands, parallel to the Manila, Negros, Cotabato, and Philippine trenches. Seismicity activity along the boundaries Philippine Sea Plate produced 7 greater than magnitude 8 earthquakes and 250 large magnitude 7 earthquake events. Among the most destructive events were 1923 in Kanto, 1948 in Fukui, and 1995 Kobe, Japan earthquake, 1935, 1991, 1999 Chi-Chi in Taiwan earthquakes, and 7.6 in the 1976 Moro Gulf, in 1990 7.6 Luzon, Philippines earthquake. There have also been a number of tsunami-generated events in the region. including the Morro Gulf earthquake, whose tsunami resulted in more than 5,000 deaths. And this is according, of course, to the USGS. So 7.1 by USGS, 7.2 according to the tsunami, right there, 7.2. This just happened within this past hour. So all of you in that area, please be very careful. Of course, even on the side of the United States, West Coast, please be very careful. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.